Raymond Kopa was one of the most influential footballers of the 20th century. A trailblazer whose impact on the sport extended far beyond the pitch. Born Raymond Kopa on October 13th, 1931, in Neux-les-Mines, a small coal mining town in Lisieux, northern France, Kopa's roots were humble. His family was of Polish descent, part of a wave of immigration that had brought workers to the coal-rich region of Pas-de-Calais. His early life was shaped by the harsh realities of a working-class upbringing in interwar France, with the young Raymond expected to follow in the footsteps of his father and grandfather into the mines. From a young age, however, Kopa showed an extraordinary talent for football. His small stature, quick feet and exceptional vision set him apart on the dusty pitches of northern France. At age 14, after an accident in the mines severed a finger and nearly ended his ability to work underground, he turned to football more seriously. The injury, ironically, may have helped steer him towards a full-time sporting career. He joined the local team, Neux-les-Mines, and his talents were soon noticed by larger clubs. Please like and share the video and comment to give your valuable feedback. Subscribe to my channel to get notifications of new videos. Tell us in the comments which biography of your favorite football player you would like to see. In 1949, he joined Angers SCO, then in the French 2nd Division. Kopa's time at Angers was brief but crucial. Over 2 seasons, he made 60 appearances and scored 15 goals, displaying the kind of flair and playmaking ability that would become his trademark. In 1951, he was signed by Stade de Reims, a club on the rise, and soon to become the dominant force in French football. It was at Reims that Kopa's career truly flourished. Under the guidance of coach Albert Bateau, Kopa was given the freedom to orchestrate the team's attack. He played as an inside forward or attacking midfielder, a creative engine around whom the team was built. With Kopa pulling the strings, Stade de Reims won the French League title in 1953 and again in 1955. Kopa's passing range, dribbling skills, and tactical intelligence made him the centerpiece of a side that also featured stars like Roger March and Just Fontaine. In 1956, Reims reached the final of the inaugural European Cup, facing the mighty Real Madrid at the Parc des Princes. Despite taking an early lead, Reims fell 4-3 in a thrilling contest. Kopa's performance, however, was so impressive that Real Madrid's president, Santiago Bernabeu, moved quickly to sign him. Kopa joined Real Madrid later that year, becoming one of the first high-profile foreign players to feature for the Spanish Giants. It was a move that would define both his legacy and the era. At Madrid, Kopa played alongside legendary figures like Alfredo Di Stefano, Paco Gento, and Héctor Real. The club was at the height of its powers, and Kopa's inclusion only added to its attacking firepower. His unselfishness, technical brilliance, and ability to link play made him the perfect complement to the more direct Di Stefano and the lightning-fast Gento. During his 3 seasons at Real Madrid, Kopa won 3 consecutive European Cups, including 1957, 1958 and 1959, as well as 2 La Liga titles. He was instrumental in Madrid's dominance, often operating as a deep-lying playmaker who could also surge forward to score or assist. In the 1958 European Cup final against AC Milan, Kopa's interplay with Di Stefano and Gento was dazzling, helping Madrid come from behind to win 3-2 after extra time. That same year, he was awarded the Ballon d'Or, recognizing him as the best player in Europe. Kopa's Ballon d'Or win was the culmination of years of consistent brilliance. He had finished third in 1956 and second in 1957 before finally claiming the prize. The award not only validated his place among the greats of his generation, but also marked a significant moment in French football history. Kopa was the first Frenchman to win the prestigious trophy, a trailblazer who opened the door for future stars like Michel Platini, Jean-Pierre Papin, and Zinedine Zidane. In 1959, at the peak of his powers, Kopa made the surprising decision to return to France and rejoin Stade de Reims. His move was driven by a desire to be closer to his family and to continue playing in a more familiar environment. Though some questioned the wisdom of leaving Madrid, Kopa proved he still had much to offer. He helped Reims win the French League again in 1960 and 1962, remaining a key figure for the club until his retirement in 1967. Kopa's international career with France was equally distinguished. He made his debut for the national team in 1952 and earned 45 caps, scoring 18 goals. His finest hour came at the 1958 FIFA World Cup in Sweden, where he was the creative fulcrum of a French side that reached the semi-finals. Playing behind the prolific Just Fontaine, who scored a record 13 goals in the tournament, Kopa dazzled with his vision and control. France ultimately finished third, but the tournament marked a turning point in the country's footballing fortunes. Kopa was named to the tournament's all-star team and solidified his reputation as one of the finest players in the world. What set Kopa apart from many of his contemporaries was not just his technical skill, but his footballing intelligence and versatility. He could operate in a variety of positions: inside forward, attacking midfielder, even as a withdrawn winger, and he had an uncanny ability to read the game. He was not a prolific goal scorer by modern standards, but his influence on matches was immense. He dictated the tempo, opened up defenses with clever passes, and inspired teammates with his creativity. Off the field, Kopa was known for his humility and quiet determination. Despite his fame, he remained connected to his working-class roots and was an advocate for players' rights. In 1963, he became one of the first French footballers to publicly criticize the restrictive contracts that bound players to clubs, likening their conditions to slavery. His outspokenness helped spark a movement for better labor conditions in French football, and he later became involved with the Union Nationale des Footballeurs Professionnels, UNFP, the French Players' Union. In retirement, Kopa remained a respected figure in the footballing world. He published an autobiography and was regularly invited to comment on the game. In 1970, he was awarded the Légion d'honneur, France's highest civilian distinction, becoming the first footballer to receive the honor. He was inducted into various halls of fame, and his legacy was preserved through numerous tributes, including the creation of the Trophée Raymond Kopa, awarded annually to the best young French player. In 2004, Kopa was named by Pelé among FIFA's list of the 125 greatest living footballers, a testament to his enduring influence. Though later generations might have been more familiar with players like Platini, Zidane, or Thierry Henry, Those within the game knew that Kopa had laid the foundation for France's footballing renaissance. Raymond Kopa passed away on March 3, 2017, at the age of 85. His death was met with widespread mourning across France and the footballing world. Tributes poured in from former players, clubs and fans alike. The French Football Federation described him as a legend of French football, while Real Madrid issued a heartfelt statement honouring his contributions to their golden era. A minute's silence was observed at stadiums across Europe, and in his hometown of Neux-les-Mines, a statue was erected in his memory. Kopa's legacy is multifaceted. He was a pioneer, the first global French football star, the first French Ballon d'Or winner, and one of the first truly modern playmakers. His career bridged the gap between post-war European football and the modern game, and his style of play anticipated many of the trends that would define football in the decades to come. His low centre of gravity, quick bursts of speed and ability to operate between the lines made him a prototype for the number 10s who would follow in his footsteps. But more than that, Kopa's story is one of perseverance, integrity and grace. From a mining town in northern France to the heights of European football, he never lost sight of his origins. He embodied the values of hard work, humility and innovation. While the modern game is often dominated by commercial interests and global superstars, Kopa represented an era in which the joy of football, the purity of its expression, and the artistry of its best practitioners still held sway. In the pantheon of football greats, Raymond Kopa stands as a symbol of what the sport can be at its best: elegant, inclusive, and inspiring. His name may not echo as loudly as some in the global consciousness today, but for those who understand the game's history, Kopa remains one of its most important figures, a master of the beautiful game whose legacy endures in every creative midfielder who dares to dream, dribble, and dominate.